All right, so today we're going to dive into something really powerful. We're breaking down a framework for turning trauma, real trauma, into your greatest strength. And it's all drawn from the philosophy of B. Jesus and his book, Grind Wars. Let's get right into it. So let's start with this quote because this is the whole game. The idea is that trauma isn't just a bad memory you have. No, it's an active, malicious program that is running your life right now, probably without you even knowing it. And just reframing it that way, well, that changes everything. So, how in the world does this program actually work? Well, the Grinders philosophy sees it like faulty computer code. It's a set of outdated survival tactics that are literally dictating your behavior and keeping you trapped in these loops you can't seem to break. And this right here, this redefines the whole concept. We shift our focus away from the past incident itself and onto its lasting effects right here in the present. So it stops being about what happened to you, and it becomes about the defensive program that was installed in you, a program that, might have saved you back then, but is now obsolete and holding you back. And the cost of running that old, faulty code, it's immense. I mean, we're talking about a multi-front attack on your entire being. It literally damages your brain, it messes with your nervous system, it can even cause chronic illness by hammering your immune system. And of course, it creates those destructive patterns that keep you stuck. And the wildest part, this programming can even get passed down generationally. Now, to really get this philosophy, you have to understand where it comes from. This isn't some abstract theory cooked up in a university. No, this was forged in the fire of an incredible personal struggle. And that's what gives it so much power and, frankly, so much credibility. This is the moment the code was written. A single, searing event that installed a program of pure terror and pain. And look, we all have a moment like this in some way, right? A point where our initial programming gets written, a memory we spend years trying to build walls around. And here he is, the man who decided to stop being a victim of his own programming and instead became a decoder. He literally reverse engineered his own pain, and he turned it into a blueprint to help other people identify and rewrite the faulty code running their own lives. Okay, so what happens when you just let this trauma program run unchecked in the background? Well, you get locked in what the source calls the survival mode trap. And it's a state that makes any real growth basically impossible. And let's be really clear about something. Survival mode is not strength. It feels like it sometimes, but it's not. It's a state of slavery to your past. It's a prison where your nervous system is just constantly on high alert, your creativity shrivels up, and you're just reacting to ghosts instead of actually creating your reality. And this comparison just lays the stakes out perfectly. It's a choice. Are you just reacting to life, or are you creating it? Are your choices driven by fear, or are they driven by purpose? This is way bigger than just feeling better. It's a fundamental shift from being a prisoner of your past to becoming the architect of your future. It's about unlocking what the source calls your God self. And this is the real turning point. It's that massive realization that the fight for your freedom isn't against the world or your boss or your circumstances. The real war, the only one that matters, is internal. This is the absolute core of the whole thing. Grind wars. And it's not a one-and-done fix. It's a conscious, daily decision to fight, to actually engage in an internal war against those old programs, those survival tactics, and all those limiting beliefs that trauma installed in the first place. So where do you even begin? Well, here's the initial battle plan. It starts with just ruthless honesty and then relentless action. You audit your space. You audit your circle of friends. You confront your own shadow, that part of you that holds the pain, not to destroy it, but to understand it. And finally, you kill the victim within. You have to understand that your purpose wasn't destroyed by the fire, it was forged in it. So, you've declared war. Now what? You can't go into a war unarmed, right? You need weapons. So let's pivot from the philosophy to the practical, actionable tools you can actually use to start winning. Okay, this first weapon is called anchoring, and honestly, it's a game changer. It's based on a really simple neurological fact. Your nervous system doesn't know the difference between something that's really happening and a memory that you recall vividly. It means you can literally time travel for strength. So here's exactly how you do it. First, you hunt for a power moment in your past, a time you were strong, you were brave, you were just on fire. Then you re-enter that moment with all your senses. What did you see? What did you hear? What did you feel? At the absolute peak of that feeling, you set a physical anchor. Clench your fist, tap your chest, something distinct. And now that gesture is a switch. When you face a challenge, you activate that anchor and flood your system with that exact state of power. You see the paradigm shift here? Your past is no longer a graveyard of pain that you have to visit. It's an armory. Every single time you survived something hard, you left a weapon behind for your future self to come back and find. And this is the creed you live by for this daily battle. First, one mind. You sharpen and protect your mind like it's your most valuable weapon, because it is. Second, one grind. You learn to respect the daily work. It's not a punishment, it's a form of worship, of self-creation. And finally, one God. You surrender to the idea that the struggle has a deeper purpose. You trust that you are being forged, not broken. Just let that sink in. Forget what anyone else thinks. Your value, your real power, isn't in never falling down. It's in how you rise. Every single time you get back up, you're not the same person who fell. You're stronger. You're wiser. The comeback, that's where your value is truly proven. And let's be crystal clear about what the ultimate stakes are here. This isn't about getting a promotion or a nicer car. The daily grind, this internal battle, this is a war for the highest prize there is, your own soul. So, I'll just leave you with this question from the source material. The blueprint is right here. The weapons are in your own past. The enemy is just an outdated program running in your head. The war is for your soul. So, the only question left is, are you ready to win it?